How about that? Right on the dot, 7 o'clock Greenwich Mean Time. Excuse me. Do you like that? I quite like that myself. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Saturday night with the Conker. Um, Lovely to see you all. I'm showing we've got here. We've actually already got 12 or 13 people here. We did have 13. One's just dropped out, so I've already managed to upset somebody. Um, Good evening, everybody. Nice to see you all, and I hope we will have a great stream. Um, so, where are we going? What are we doing this week? Well, there's lots of things been going on. Excuse me. Apart from that, I just finished watching the rugby, 2 games. Ireland and France. I thought France were brilliant. Although Ireland, to be honest with you, they played really, really well. Um, I tip France to win the Six Nations. If I don't, well, whatever. It won't be England because we've already lost. Although we're playing Italy tomorrow, so there's a good chance we just might win. So my Saturday afternoon has been full of rugby, which is a lovely way of spending a Saturday afternoon. Um, Once a year is probably enough, though. I was going to go down to the local pub and watch it, but last week we watched the game and they had problems. I think I might have said actually, they had problems with their internet. And we watched sort of 2 or 3 minutes and we lost 5 seconds, and then we saw 3 seconds and we lost, well, whatever. It spoiled a bit. However, it was good to go down to the pub, a couple of bit. Well, I had beer, I had lager, shandy. But we had some nice food as well, which is great. So this week, what's been going on? Well, as I say, something always goes on in this household. In between speaking to Meg and a few other guys, I actually had one of these table lamps from a very, very well-known manufacturer that I used to work for, no names, that was guaranteed for 34 years for the lights. Brilliant. However, one of our grandchildren managed to get hold of it and decided to play. It looked a bit like a crane, like so that right there, and then a piece across. So you probably know what I'm talking about, with LED lights. And one of the grandchildren had decided that was a really good toy to play with, to pretend is a crane. And he managed to not ruin it, that's not fair on him, but he managed to make it a bit wobbly. So if you can imagine the upright like this, and then across here, remember, it wobbled like that, which it wasn't supposed to do. So I contacted the manufacturer, and they agreed to repair it for me. And I had to pay £75, I think it was. And anyway, they supplied a box with one of the national couriers, and off it went. Next thing I know, 2 or 3 days later, I had an email that says, unable to fix, totally broken. Would I like it back, or would I want to scrap it off? And I said, no, I'll have it back because it worked. It didn't look very good, this thing walking around. So it turned up. And it turned up. I've got to be careful here. There's a box behind me. It turned up in pieces, literally. Somebody somewhere broke a damn thing, and it was completely ruined. Now remember, this thing cost nearly 200 quid. Long story short, contacted this very well-known manufacturer who's got good feedback for customer relations. And after a few video calls, because they can see down using my phone, they decided that yes, there was a problem. Of course it was. And they were going to replace it for me free of charge without a guarantee. Brilliant. Well, Chef, so that's a win-win situation. And when I see that particular grandson of mine, I might have a quiet word with him in a corner, if you know what I mean. Got to put a big call out for Sparky at the moment, because Sparky, had it not been for Sparky yesterday, I wouldn't be here tonight, because I somehow or other managed to lose YouTube, StreamYard, in fact, everything. Nothing would work, and I must have changed the password on YouTube about 20 times, and I'm not exaggerating. Anyway, Sparky, bless him, came to my rescue yesterday. We spent a good hour on sharing screens and stuff, and he's fixed it for me. Hence, I'm here tonight. So, Paul, thank you, mate. You're a top man. You really are, and I appreciate that. And I do know that you will help anybody on that sort of stuff. You're a bit of a wizard, mate, and thank you again. I guess really I ought to just mention this week's video that I sent out because again that's to do with Sparky. It didn't go out until he helped me out yesterday. So the Wednesday night or the Wednesday video went out on Friday. Welcome to my world, and it's it's actually sparked. Forgive the euphemism. Quite a lot of feedback. And I didn't do it for that. And no doubt for you guys that have been watching some of the streams, maybe even watch some of mine, realize what I'm talking about. And basically, what I was talking about was online bullying. And let's face it, none of us like to be bullied. And I decided, after a lot of thought, to be fair, that I'd have to just talk about it. Now, I'm great well for sat around yapping. And occasionally, just occasionally, I talk a bit of common sense. And I went on about a little bit about this and what my thoughts were about online bullying and stuff. And let's face it, it's not a major issue. Far from it on the streams that we do, that we use, we love it, and we partake in. It only takes one or two individuals to ruin it for a lot of people. And I had noticed what was going on. So hence the reason I decided that I would speak out, as they say. If it means, well, I hope not, but if it means I might have lost one or two subscribers, then so be it. That's not what I'm here for. I think you have to be. Sometimes you have to stand up and say what you think. Anyway, that's enough of that. As I said, huge feedback, and I really did appreciate all the feedback that's come back. And without exception, everybody agrees. So maybe it's done a little bit of good. I don't know. So Valentine's night's coming up on the 14th. Oh, is it the 14th February? Yeah, of course it is. On Monday. So we're booked in. Me and Mrs. H booked in for our Valentine evening meal in our local public house. Steaks and God knows what else, along with about 30 others. So it's not exactly going to be an intimate evening, is it? All of our friends are going there as well. Oh, dear Lord. But part of that, I need to just say, we're not big wine drinkers. Anne's not. She'll have occasional gin and tonic or maybe a glass of Prosecco occasionally, but she's not a drinker. And I like a glass of cider or beer, and that's about the end of it. But we once or twice have been out with friends of ours, good friends of ours, who probably are very wealthy compared to us. They do tend to go overboard a bit with the wine. And we've actually had a meal with them a few times. When Anne's had a gin and tonic, I've had 2 pints of beer, we've had a meal, and it's cost us £100 because they've split the bill 8-10 times, or whatever the case is, you can imagine. And I thought, no, I'm not doing this anymore. So I've actually made a stipulation on Monday night that we will sit with everybody else on our own, but they will pay for their own drink. And I don't know, maybe somebody would like to have a chat about this in a minute, about is it being taken advantage of? I don't think so. People just don't think sometimes. Because the great British thing is about buying rounds of drinks in pubs. I don't know if they do it in the rest of the world, but it can get quite expensive. I mean, I've stopped doing it since last summer when we were allowed to go out for a few days. And I always remember I had 3 pints of beer. It cost me £34 because I bought everybody else a drink. Otherwise, damn silly. I ain't doing that anymore. So Conker has just stood on his orange box once again and stated his thoughts. Mrs. H, on the other hand, has been out this week, and she went, would you believe, to the drag party show in Bournemouth. Now, my missus loves drag. She finds it highly amusing, very entertaining. Worries me a bit. But she went down to Bournemouth with a friend of ours. It's only about 40 minutes away, and she had a lovely evening down there watching the drag party show. Come back about 11 o'clock at night, full of it, like, you know. So I said, so then maybe you'll be doing drag then, but no, shame really. Also, she's managed now to buy tickets to go and see a program called, is it The Chateau? The guys here in the UK will no doubt know the TV program, where there's a couple of people that bought this French chateau and done it up. And this couple go around I think they go around the world now talking about it. So yeah, she's going to see that show as well. Sorry, dirty stop out. Anyway, that's probably what's been going on in the Conker world. Let's just see who's been around and see who's Sparky. I see you've been straight in, mate. Good to see you. And again, thanks for all your help. As is Ash, AJP Garden Machine, who also tried to help me as well. And I really appreciate it. Ash said, hey, we got it sorted out. That's the main thing. Vince Price, how do all? We're all very well, mate. As is Bruce's shop. Hi, Bruce. I hope it's nice sunny weather down in Mexico. I'm sure it is. Where are we? Vince Price saying hello. Henry, hello, mate. Good to see you. Hello, Phil. Hello, Henry. I'll have you up in a few minutes, mate. No doubt. Henry saying hello to everybody else, including Randy Torboli. Is it? Hi, mate. Not a name I recognise, but you're more than welcome. And there's 47 people now watching this silly old fool yapping, which is great. Mark Robbins, good evening, saying hello to everybody else. And then Big John Clem, hey, Sparky. He's saying hello to everybody else. John has been helping me recently with some voiceovers, and I'm hoping to use those in the coming weeks, just for an intro. I just got an amazing voice, this guy, absolutely amazing. And apart from that, he's just a really all-round nice guy, has to be said. Randy's saying hello to Henry. Scott Cutter, good evening. Still in the motel, Scott. I enjoyed your sandwich video this morning. I tell you what, but you're a top man. I love watching you, mate. Al McLean, good evening, everybody. Good evening to you, sir. Everybody saying hello to everybody else. Jordan E, good evening, Jordan. How are you, my friend? Vince Price, good evening, John. Good job. Your name's not Jack. It would be. I won't even read that. I'll tell you what. While I'm doing this, let's put the invitations out and see who'd like to come along in the basement, and we'll see who's around. Where are we? Paste. There we go. I'll whack it in there, and I'm hoping that will be at the bottom there now, and then they can see. Because I'm still looking at the comments here. I'm only eighth the way down. Randy saying hello to everybody else. Henry, good evening to you. Tim Power, nice to see you, Tim. Hope you're well, mate, and everything's going well for you. Hello, Henry. I see you in the basement, mate. I'll bring you up in a minute. Scott Cutter, how about it? Yep. Jordan saying, hey, Conker. What else we got here? I got some guys down there in the basement already. I can see Klaus down there. Klaus, good to see you, my friend. I see you down there. And of course, Sparky, I see you down there, mate. Clint Rogers, hi. How are you, my friend? Nice to see you. Scott Keller saying, on time, amazing. Yeah, you're right, mate. But I was determined to try and get it right this week after all the problems we've been having. I can tell you. Sorry about the beard, by the way. I've not had a shave today. Jordan Ian, hello. Scott Keller, Glasgow. Here we go. Thomas Knight saying hello to everybody. Hobby Motor saying hello to everybody. Klaus, and look, do you know, I really do enjoy listening to Klaus. This chap just knows so much. And I was well impressed last weekend with the magnets and stuff. You know, you're never too old to learn. I'm 69 years old, 70 this year, and I'm learning something all the time, and it's amazing. I see Bruce down there as well. We've actually got a basement full of guys already. I will bring you up in a minute, guys. I promise you. Just see if I can say who's around. We've got 47 people in the house. Hobby Motors there, yes. John Clem. Everybody's saying hello to everybody. Oh, Stella's here. Hello, Stella. How are you there? I've thought about you today. I think about you often, actually. I've replaced the meat hook on my hoist that you were concerned about with a clamp-on thingy, so I won't go up like that any longer when I use my machine. I think we've got everybody. Where are we? Rob Smallhead. Hello, Rob. Nice to see you, mate. I hope you enjoy the video I've done of you. Talking of which, here's the where are we? Here's the tattoos that I wore over my arm. Yeah, I'll show those in a minute. Dear. Right. Everybody's saying hello to everybody else. If I'm missing anybody, give me a shout, for goodness sake. Stella saying hello. John saying hello. Rob Smallhead just saying hello. Scotty Daniel. Hello, Scotty. Hope you're well, mate. Good to see you as always. Michael Roberts. 27 in the house. Was it really? Good God. I was watching a clock tick down to make sure I was on time. Where are we? Lola saying hello. Ben's Workshop. Hello, mate. Good to see you. Mac 210. Hi, Mac. If there's some of these people or some of these guys on the side who I've not said hello before, then welcome. Great to see you guys. Coming on and have a chat, because guys we've already got in the cellar down here, or the cellar, the basement. There's a great team there watching. I can tell you. I can promise you. Scotty Daniel, John Clem. We're getting through it now. Mark Wiley. Hello, Mark. Ben's Workshop saying hello again. Please shout if you have not mentioned you. I think I've probably got everybody up here now. Yeah, I think I've worked my way through. Oh, Randy. Hello, Randy. Nice to see you, mate. You have to check out my channel for the Red Fan movies Ken talks about. I certainly will, Randy. I will have a look at that for you. And I think we're just about there now. Where are we? Yeah, as I say, give me a shout if I not pop me out. So let's have a look down in the basement. So first and foremost, my dear old friend there, Henry. Henry, mate, how are you?
I'm fine. How you doing? You like my bling?
Oh wow, that's good, mate. I like that. Is it a necklace? Is it, or is that guns, bullets around your neck there?
No, Lawnmower Detective sent it, and Carrie.
Brilliant. Love it, mate. Love it.
The black ones are millimeter. The white ones are American Standard, and it's what you do is on the back side is the threaded for bolts, and the other side is for nuts. So you know what thread size it is. You know.
Hey, that's good stuff, mate. Good stuff.
Yeah.
Who sent that to you? You said.
Yeah, off of my wish list.
Oh wow, well done, mate. Good stuff.
Really nice of them.
Of course, because we know nice people. Talk about nice people. Klaus, good evening, my friend. How are you?
Good evening, gentlemen. How are you?
Lovely to see you, Klaus. I should bring up the rest of the guys at the same time, so we've got a full house.
There we
go. Bruce, good evening, Bruce. How are you, my friend? Nice to see you.
Paul, good evening.
You're talking about nice people, and then you brought the rest of us up.
Yeah. Well, the techie person should have been up first, you know what I mean? Because he wanted to be, you know what I mean? Joking.
You're true, mate. Without you, I wouldn't be up here today.
You know my wish list, you know what I mean? You know the wish list.
Yeah. And of course, hello. Hey, Scotty, I watched you earlier on, mate, eating your breakfast. It's a bit spooky.
And I was going to say, yeah, you know AJP's wish list as well, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Joking, yeah. Anyway, how was everyone today? How was everyone?
Yeah, right around the building, right there. Keep going.
Fantastic.
It's going around the twist at the moment. Don't worry about Mr. Briggs.
Okay.
So what do you think, Klaus? Oh, Klaus.
I missed. What is it?
Oh man, this is a lawnmower man's bling.
Oh,
The bling don't mean a thing.
what it is it's thread. Make me big, Phil.
Oh,
make
thank God,
me
get out of Dodge.
Hang on, mate. Let's just show you that. There you
All
go, mate. Show us.
It's got threads on this side, and it's got threads on the inside. So now you know, like this is American standard is the white ones, and the black ones are millimeters.
That
So
is nice.
Yeah, if you
Are
got
they marked up, Henry?
what's that?
Are they marked up what they are, the sizes on them?
It says right on the side what they are.
So you can take any
Oh,
kind of
yeah.
bolt and
Yeah,
Joe, that is absolutely brilliant.
yeah. If you don't know what size bolt you got, you try it on the millimeter side first, and then or the same thing with the nut. You try it on.
it's
Nice.
actually quite good. Yeah.
Yeah.
That sounds a brilliant idea, mate. It really does.
It does, doesn't it?
I've actually dug through the bolt bin trying to find if something's metric or not, and
Right.
then you might have a metric one in the standard, and you screwed up. And
And then you get
Yeah.
involved with stuff like MA and all the rest of it, and
Right.
Old Imperial.
British Standard and stuff like that.
Yeah, then
it
it
looks
gets
very.
interesting.
It looks almost indigenous too. It's kind of cool.
It is.
I think
You can't lose them because they're on that one chain.
Yeah.
Was it mounted on Henry? Is it on a chain or a wire?
It's
That's
a
his
wire,
gut. That's
stainless
his
steel
gut.
wire.
I'm not saying nothing about it.
Sorry,
Yeah,
Hank.
I think it's brilliant, Henry. I do.
Yeah, it was
Did
nice.
you ask for it? It's on your wish list, you said.
Yeah, it's on my wish list. He picked it up off my wish list.
Oh, wow. Yeah. Well, it's very kind of him.
That's the first thing I got from somebody on my wish list. And I'm happy about it.
I'm sure you must be, mate. I'm sure you must be. I put things out on my wish list, and it is purely a wish list.
That's it. Exactly what I said. I'm no technical wizard, but I can make things work.
Yeah.
Well, that's it, mate. And I do appreciate all your help. I really do.
Oh yeah. Well, you want to see his computer? It's like the Dark Age computer. You know what I mean?
Hang
Yeah.
on, just turn off the steam.
You know what I mean? It's bad as that. You know what I mean?
So, do you know, one thing I'm not going to do tonight, guys, I am not going to say, so what have you been up to this week then? Because you must have been asked that 2 or 3 times already. And let's face it.
Yeah, Bruce.
Yep.
Yeah, Bruce.
Well-
yeah, we see that.
I'm not going to be around much from Monday to Saturday. I'm not going to be around much. I'm going to be away for Valentine's.
Where are you going?
I can't tell you. It's top secret. But you'll find out on the streams, which I'll pop up on the streams anyway. I'll pop up on people's streams.
That's why there's so many kids born in November.
I've got my sofa ready. I've got my coffee ready.
I was born in November. Yeah. And so is my brother and my sister, all born in November. I'll tell you what, my father, he's a bad boy, he is, I'll tell you.
Romantic old sod.
He's still alive. He's 97 and still alive. He's doing well. He's off his legs now, but he's all right. Bless him.
Oh, he can still hide his Easter eggs.
No. I think he ain't doing too well, mate. But whatever, he's still breathing. That's the main thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely.
My dad's 97 too.
Ooh.
Yeah, I think if you get
Hey, Lawnmower Detective, welcome.
The detective. Oh yeah.
Hey, yeah, detective. Good to see you, mate. Nice to see
I
you.
like that, Hank. I think that's quite a thing.
Yeah.
I do. I think it's brilliant.
Thank you, detective.
Can we say there's a shit ton of trucks? Let's
Where are you?
Hang on, Mr. B.
I'm at Truck Central, Trucks, a truck. Anybody want a truck?
Are you picking up something new?
But this is a small engine channel, not a large engine channel.
Hey, this is it. We're going to separate the men from the boys here. This is where the big boys roll.
You picking up a new toy?
Yep, I'm going to pick up a new toy. Which one should I take?
The one that you don't have to pedal with.
The Freightliner.
Oh, those are those are old ones.
Mm.
Hey, maybe we should get a K-Whopper. What do you
Should.
think?
Yeah.
That's not something we know about, mate. We have no idea those names and makes.
KW. It's called Kenworth. K-Whopper.
He's got the freight line of fever.
Yep, I'm gonna get Freightliner Beaver. 2022.
Freightliner Beaver.
That's kind of
Is that
strange.
what you call it these days?
What? That's kind of funny because I mean, here in Europe, you do see American-produced vehicles, cars, and SUVs and stuff. You'll never see a truck over here. An
Never.
American truck, never.
Never.
I just want to say something on stream. Lawnmower Detective, you've got bottle and balls to do what you did. And I want to say thank you, okay? I know you sounds crazy, but you know what I mean? But you did very well there, mate, for doing what you did. I know you dipped in your hand in your the golden wallet, but never comes out, you know what I mean? You know what I mean?
There we go.
Well, whatever it is, then good luck to the detective.
He re-rolled it because he had reviewed comments. He didn't get on his wheel, and he did the second one. So, because AGP won one, and I can't remember who the other one. You know what I mean? So yeah.
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 So
He
it's
did
just
a fantastic-
yeah.
It looks like a truck. It smells like a truck.
Glad you didn't step in it.
Did you watch Ken Small Engines stream this morning with
No.
Mr. Briggs
Yeah.
in the hotel room eating his breakfast?
Definitely.
Yeah. Did you see that sandwich?
Are you driving one back? Are you driving one back, Mr. Briggs? Is that what you're doing?
Yeah, this is my new truck. They finally got it done.
Smelled like
I only
cigars.
I just get one bed.
Let's have a look at it. Make show us this your new truck. Go on, then.
Oh, okay. Here, I'll turn the camera around.
There you go. Yeah.
You look pretty happy.
I've been waiting 5 days. So this is what I'm happy about. No more automatic. Oh yes.
Is it 18 speed?
Yes, sir.
That's not too bad then.
Hell yeah.
Has it got a quick shift gear system or the computerized gear system?
Mhm.
No, Sparky, that's where you call. You float the gears, you know.
It's like
You
the
don't
gears,
use
that's
your
fine.
clutch.
Yes, I know how to do it. It's just I know a little bit about these things as well. I just know some things. I just want to know. Yeah, that's not a bad little. The only problem with it is you've got a kick down system. Yeah. Oh well. You'll have knees like grannies by the time you finish. You'll have knees like grannies.
Holy crap! This truck's old. Look how many miles are on this
I know.
puppy.
Yeah. I'm gonna say you'll have knees like grannies by the time you finish.
Oh,
Is that
500,000.
It's about as old as Conker, isn't it?
that's 500,000 miles, isn't it?
That's about as old as Conker.
Not. Let's see. Oh, let's see. It's in the glove box. Brake shaker. You got anything good in this thing? Box of money. Nothing. Yeah, let's look at our permit book. Anything? Driver inspection. No alcohol. No alcohol.
Well, we hope not.
No alcohol. Plate. Pennsylvania registration. Oh, we're permitted to carry a dog. IFTA. New York IFTA. Indiana alcohol.
Wow.
Alcohol. Garbage state. Liquor authority. Oh, no, wait a second. I can't have alcohol in the truck, but I can carry alcohol in my box.
Yeah.
No, that ain't fair. That ain't fair. I'm gonna let Steve Small Engine Saloon call up and bitch. He'll take care of it for me. Put our permits where we can get to them. Up above in the cubby hole. No, I wouldn't drive it yesterday. It had bald tires on it. I told him I wanted new tires. I'm Mr. Briggs. I get new tires. New tires or I don't roll. Let's see if they gave me what I want. There you go. They gave me bling.
Ooh.
Yep, I told them new tires or Mr. Briggs don't roll. Yep, it's got tires.
It's actually in really good condition.
Yeah.
I told them I wanted new tires. I got new tires. No new tires, no rolling. Oh, look at that. Virgin titties.
There we go. That's better. If I lost you, there you go. Sorry, mate. I nearly lost you there. Oh well, that's Scott playing with his new tires. Well, welcome to Saturday night stream.
He's pretty happy.
Saturday night.
Yep.
Nice tires.
I need a new grill. This grill's dull. Look at that. It's peeling. I need new.
New
Too many
plastic
demands,
on the
Mr.
grill.
Briggs.
What's that?
Too many demands.
I get what I want. I ordered new tires. Oh, let's see what's under the hood.
This is
Hang on,
crazy.
mate. Have a look again. You've got to have a look at this. Oh, look, there's an engine.
That ain't a motor. That's a diesel.
Yeah.
Detroit diesel. Junk, but it'll run. Oh, hell. Let's see.
Well, you sound pretty excited about the whole thing, Scott.
Why, of course. Let's see how good the diesel is. Let's drain some fluid. Yep, she's got diesel. Now, what the hell is that?
Well, you say you don't have a pee in the cab. There's your answer, mate.
Oh, boy, look at this. Look at this. Is it? Do I got to do this to start it because I'm a drunk? Breathalyzer built it. Just
Breathe
saying.
into it. Well, that's a definite twist on a live stream from Britain.
Well,
Let's
there
see.
we go.
How's the belts? Belt, new belt, fan. There's still paint on the frame even. I'm impressed. Greased. Hey, look, I can see the floor. It ain't torn up.
It actually is in very good condition.
It is.
How many miles was it done, Scott? Was it? Did I see 550,000? Surely not.
Yes. Yes.
What, 550,000 miles?
Yeah. That's a diesel, Conker. They can do that. Diesels can go 1,000,000 miles.
Wow.
You know, Detroit.
Half worn out then.
Yeah, and then they do what's called an in-cab rebuild,
Wow.
an in-frame rebuild. Then they rebuild it.
It's like a midlife upgrade.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Midlife crisis, more like Klaus.
Yeah.
Oh dear,
Alrighty.
dear.
Yes, I did, Mick.
Evening, John T. Nice to see you, mate. How are you?
Well, let's see if she
Hi,
starts.
John. All right.
Let's make some diesel smoke. Black smoke matters. Oh,
how old
yes,
is,
we got a clutch.
how
Fire in the hole.
old is it, Scott?
2015.
Then it won't smoke. If it does, something is wrong.
It's a diesel. They're supposed to smoke.
No, not these days.
A little bit.
Oh, listen to the roar of thunder.
Got the plugs on?
The roar of a diesel thunder.
Do I have absolutely no idea what he's talking about at the moment?
You wouldn't, Conker. You got to know. You got to like the smell of diesel.
Yeah, right.
Hell, my Toyota runs on diesel. That's the same thing.
Yeah, I think I'll probably pass on that, to be honest with you. Well, congratulations on your new truck, anyway, Mr. B.
He's just doing a circle check.
Where's the maiden run first?
Probably
You
home.
can't hear a thing. It's running.
No, he's got to pick up a load to make money to go home.
And you can do that now with the internet. You can set up a load and have one for the other direction. You can just about do that every time now.
Yeah.
Yep.
Actually, I'm
Man, they gave you a Volvo. Yeah,
for you.
I would complain. That's a Volvo for a truck. Come on.
Best
I mean,
ones.
you should have certain. I thought us truckers had standards. Volvo don't meet those standards. Near the Freightliner, but at least they ain't a Volvo. You need to up your game.
Yeah, Luke, I think it
What's
is.
that? Right? Yeah, say hello to the guys in the UK.
I think you're right there. Look, yeah, as like I said, faffing around the truck too much, my boy.
Hey, Eric, I'll show you what happens when you T-bone a semi truck. You want to see a T-bone semi? They showed us a video of this. This was T-boned. This truck was T-boned by a S10 pickup. How's that? You see anything
Nasty.
wrong?
Oh yeah,
Oh,
new frame.
Nice.
That sounds like a decent company to work for. To keep all their old HDVs.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I got to talk to them about their equipment there. I mean, they're plowing their parking lot with a Dodge over there. I got to up their game. At least they got chrome rims, you know.
I always thought that the most important thing about trucking was the person behind the steering wheel.
It is.
Oh well, there we go. So it makes my little
Congratulations.
lawnmower look a bit silly, doesn't it?
Nope. No. Lawnmowers are very important. Just ask the guys, that are 3 days behind cutting grass. For them, it's the world.
Absolutely, yeah. Mrs. H wants to use her mower. I've just serviced on 10 inches of grass out there. And I said, there's no way. I've done all that work on that mower. You're going to ruin it going through 10 inches of soggy grass. It ain't going to happen.
What's wrong with soggy grass?
No,
Sorry?
but it's.
well,
I think you can sometimes ruin more than you can do good if you start too early with the mowing.
Yeah, I agree totally, because people, I mean, as Mick was saying the other day, our grass really hasn't stopped growing over here.
No.
And all through the winter. And we've had some hard frosts, but normally frost will kill it off, but not this year.
Well, sometimes you have this period where some of the ground is still frozen, and it thawed on top, and it gets all, the water can't drain away. If you start, even walking on a lawn like that, you're going to ruin it.
that's right.
Well, I tend to find
Even
my
with
sidewalk
mine,
and I fall over.
We have 3 feet of frost in the ground, and we stay off the grass in the wintertime because you can wreck it.
Yeah. Although
When does that thaw completely, Bruce? Is that not until what?
Beginning of May. It
Wow.
comes out.
So the soil is cold until beginning of May.
Right.
Wow.
Yeah, but how deep is that cold, Bruce? How cold? How deep does the frost get down to?
In the yard, it'll go to 3 to 4 feet, and on the roads, it goes down to 8 feet.
Oh
It's
my
packed.
lord!
Yeah.
Probably here we know more than about 6 inches.
And then
I,
further north, like 500 miles north of here, a lot of the there's permafrost in the ground year round.
Really? Yeah.
And think about it. I put in my potatoes in mid of April.
Right. I put mine in second week in May, as soon as I can get them in.
Yeah.
Because they can handle a little bit of abuse.
Yeah, potatoes are tough. Yeah.
Yeah, they are. And then I put my my beans in on the 24th of May, which is the May long weekend for us, the Queen's Victoria's birthday, I believe. Right?
Yeah.
Phil, would that be year long weekend too? Do you guys have one on that weekend?
Nope.
I didn't know you guys
We have our
as well. My lord.
We're members of the Commonwealth, so we sing "God Save the Queen" and everything. We do.
Yeah. Well, our queen, she keeps on going.
Yeah, she's on our dollar. No,
Yeah.
she's on our $5. We don't have a dollar anymore.
Yeah, we because I think she's now decided that Charles' wife is going to be made the queen.
Yeah.
Queen consort, which is
That don't, I'm
Camilla.
glad I don't live there. I'd be raising hell. That's a tramp. Excuse my French.
Be very careful there, Mr. Scott.
Hey, I just making my opinion. I would not want her to be queen.
Well, yeah. Being a former,
I actually think Charles should hand it down to the kids.
So don't I.
He actually can't do it, Bruce. The Constitution won't allow it to be done.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh, I'm not saying. I'm just saying that's just my opinion. If that was in the United States, they would not let her be queen. Henry would vouch.
You guys can't have a. You guys can't have a
you
queen.
guys
You're
can't do it
Republic,
anyway.
for Christ's sake.
I don't want a queen. I want to be able to vote the guys out.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Well,
don't
they
forget the
still have
Queen
that.
doesn't really have any real power as such. Everything's done in her name, but
Yeah,
she's the only person in the country that cannot break the law.
Yeah.
Because it's called the Queen's Law, so she can't break her own law.
Parliament.
But I know the Prime Minister has to go over there and ask her once in a while if what he's doing is okay, right?
Yeah, that's right. Is it week or month? Every month, I believe.
Yeah.
Yes, it's there.
Yeah.
She's a wonderful, wonderful lady. She's a credit to herself and to the country.
Hey, she's a real queen.
Absolutely right, Bruce. I mean, it's amazing lady. When I was working, she and Prince Philip came up to the to Jaguar where I was working to launch the new car that we were working on, and we were part of Rent-A-Crowd. The engineers. We all got given. In fact, my coat's hung up here now. We were all given clean coats. And they do the lines. I don't know if you know how cars are built, but they're done on a series of lines. They go backwards and forwards, gradually come together. And we were at the end, me and my friend, and they got to the end on their golf buggy, whatever, because it didn't walk. She and Prince Philip got out this thing and come over to talk to people, as they do, squeeze the flesh and stuff. And she went one way, and Prince Philip went the other. And me and my mate, we were stood there in the crowd. And we turned around, and they'd all taken one step backwards. And we were left at the front to talk to him.
That's nice, though.
He came over, and all I can remember, there's two things I remember. There's big, and bless him, he's God now, but he's a lovely man. He had a big red nose. And he said to us, do the cars all come off the line facing the same way? Of course they bloody do. We move them around
You'd think so, yeah.
Yeah.
The Queen came to my wife's town called Thompson, which is way in the north. And she actually went up there and shook hands with all the school kids. This is 40 years ago.
Yeah.
And, it was pretty cool.
She's a tiny, tiny person. She's very, very small. It's.
Well, I'm getting shorter.
No. It ain't small. It ain't small, Conker. You call it petite. Sounds better.
All right, petite. Okay, I'm happy with that. Yeah. But because you're not allowed to shake her by the hand unless she offers you her hand.
Yeah.
There's lots of
etiquette.
Not rules and regular etiquette. Yeah.
Etiquette.
Protocol and etiquette. Yeah.
You don't pick your nose.
No, you don't.
Give us a way when you get to the bridge. Yeah. Of course, I think she's been let down really by some of her grandchildren.
Yeah. And apparently she does have a firm hand, doesn't she?
Apparently so. She's been badly let down by at least by her favourite son, Andrew, who's lost everything.
Yeah.
And of course Harry.
Now let's see if the air brakes work the way they're supposed to.
No, but is Harry still in? Is he in the States or is he in Canada?
Yeah, he's in the States now with his wife.
Yeah.
He was actually a very, very popular man.
Yeah.
very, very popular because he served his time in the army.
Scott, you're making a heck of a racket.
Got to check the air pressure, buddy. Make sure it stays up.
Don't make us listen to it too, please.
There you go. I've just muted you, Scott, so we can hear. But yeah, he's a very popular man until unfortunately he got himself tangled up, probably whichever you could call it, the right or the wrong woman. I don't know what it is.
No, but you still got to, at least I think, you still got to respect his decision. I mean, he's a grown man, right?
Absolutely right. Yeah, he's his own man. He's his own man.
Yeah.
My
and from what I understand, he's not a rollover. He can make his own decisions.
Who here thinks they got their car as a gas hog?
What?
Who here thinks their car or truck is a gas hog?
No, I run diesel, so I don't know.
No, I mean their vehicle. You don't have to have a diesel. Who do you think their vehicle is a gas hog?
Well, yours is the worst.
This is what a diesel engine gets to the gallon.
Yeah, you just have to calculate it over how much it pulls, and it goes back to being a good number.
5.3
miles per gallon.
Yeah, I mean that's, to be fair, the price of fuel over there in America compared to here in England is you wouldn't believe it.
No. It's so funny when you hear particularly North Americans complain about gas prices. I'm kind of going, what?
You know what's funny? You know what's funny about that, Conker? We don't pay for it. I don't pay for my fuel. The consumer does.
Yep.
Well, everybody does, but I mean, unless you're doing private mileage, and then you're obviously then paying for it. I mean, over here is about. I'm just trying to think. I paid £1.95. That's £1.95 a litre, which works out. Well, multiply it by 4.5, whatever that works out. That's per gallon.
Yeah, $8 a gallon.
Yeah, the Americans, you couldn't cope with that price.
Yeah, but now,
see here.
How many miles per gallon can you get with your car?
Well, my particular car probably between 38 and 42 on a run.
Yeah, we get like 18, 15.
Yeah.
So, we're paying double. Well, we're consuming double the amount, and we're paying half the amount. So it comes out the same.
Yeah.
See here, we pay that's 50 divided by 6.5.
Yeah, everybody can do it.
Well, $7.6 per gallon is what we pay. Can that be right? Hold on.
Probably.
It's
Yeah,
pretty expensive.
Yeah, it is.
What's it like down in Mexico, Bruce? Do you have to worry about, driving down there, or you don't drive down there?
No, we don't drive down here. We do hire cabs when we need to go somewhere.
Yeah.
And it's actually pretty cost effective because we really only go anywhere 2 or 3 times a week, so it's not bad.
No. Okay.
How many pesos per gallon of gas over there?
I don't really know. I think it's probably close to Canada, a couple of bucks a liter.
Hiya.
Hey, Luke.
Hiya.
I was just looking it up, actually.
Right. How you doing, mate?
All right. How are you?
Yeah, we're fine, thank you. We're absolutely fine. It's we're talking about the price of fuel at the moment.
I did just catch it. I was just going to say to Henry, why do you think in the States you have vehicles that use so much fuel? Why do you need to have engines so big?
It's always been muscle cars, and how fast you can go. You guys have the little cars, and you really don't care about tearing up the streets and all that. But over here, in their heads is these muscle cars, You got to have 150 miles an hour, even though you can't do it. You know what I mean? Yeah.
So it's sort of stuck that way from old, really, from back in the day. It's sort of stuck that way, and they've just carried on the same.
They are more efficient,
really.
And honestly, if you're driven a V8 you kind of don't want to leave it again.
Yeah,
It's a
yeah.
thing, isn't it? It's a thing. The more
Well, I
cylinders, they sound better, don't they? The more cylinders
Yeah.
you got, the better they
Well,
sound.
they just they're
We got 12s and 10s, you know,
Yeah.
V10s and V12s too, you know.
Yeah,
Yeah. So
Yeah, the biggest sort we have regular sort of around here, what you like, is probably V6s.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Some
the
of the
BMs
others,
and that.
that'll be V8. You'll get some, but not many V8s really.
But if I drive my car on a very light pedal, like throttle, it actually comes up on the screen as 2-cylinder mode.
Oh, really?
yeah.
It goes down to 2 cylinders, which is incredible. Instead of mine's 4, I think. No idea. But then-
More than likely, probably, yeah.
yeah.
If
I
it,
have
Yeah,
if
that's
it
all
goes
your cylinders are gone.
if it goes down to 2
Start when I
cylinders,
turn
it is
the
a
key.
4-cylinder. Yeah.
Either that or 2 of your cylinders are broken.
So
My Land Rover Defender is 5-cylinder straight, which is
Right.
quite an unusual engine, really, to have 5 cylinders. I know Volkswagen used to do that. Volkswagen used to have 5 cylinders.
Yeah.
Now, that these people are mad. Now we got another problem.
He'll
No,
never
seriously,
get going, will he?
No, seriously. Look at now. I want you to look at this truck, and I'm going to show you a couple things, and I want you to tell me what's wrong.
It's a
That's
truck.
an airbag. No, that's an airbag, right?
Air suspension bag. Yeah.
Look at that suspension bag.
Oh, it's
Two
full.
ones flat.
One's flat. Yeah.
Look at that one.
Yeah.
And look at that one. Okay, back in the shop. We'll see what if these clowns can fix it. Because Mr.
Then
Briggs
we'll
about
get
ready to
fed
go.
up with him.
Mr. Briggs about ready to shove this you know what up, you know what. You tell them I'll go someplace that will maintain their shit.
I'd be upset too. It's a new vehicle to you.
Yeah, well, I've been here, Bruce, for 3 days trying to get a truck that ain't a pile of doo-doo. I want to go home.
Yeah,
I've been,
if he drives that truck down the highway and they pull him over to do an inspection,
Yeah.
yeah. So
That's
he
the
loses
thing, isn't it?
out.
Yeah, I do understand that.
well, it ain't just that. You got another problem. You put a loaded trailer on that, and you're going to destroy the truck.
Mhm.
I found this earlier.
Yeah. There you go.
Where'd you find that? I like that.
I think it was on eBay. I was just having a look through the signs and that on there, and yeah, it was on there. I thought it was quite fun.
You know, you got to make that. You got to send me a picture of that. That'd be a great T-shirt.
It would, yeah.
Yeah, I tell you
Yeah.
what, you send that down to Restore Man. He'd probably make you one on the plate.
Tin plate.
Yeah,
That's what I think it was. I think you buy it on that tin plate. I think that's what they're selling it on.
Going back to the mileages on cars now, you can't get many miles on the UK roads anyway because you end up in a pothole or something. So you're always either dodging that or we're that heavy traffic now. It's not worth having a big engine. That's why
I have a V8 in my old truck, but it's 24 years old, and I only put 1,000 kilometers on it a year. So really, I'm saving a lot of money. I don't.
It's not costing you a lot, is it?
$1,000 And then my other car is a 1.6 liter Kia.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
I've got
I've
one of
got
those,
loads of
I've got a
Porsche.
normal petrol car, and I've got one of those Corolla hybrid. I have to turn off the driver assist. Although it doesn't assist you with driving, what it means is like if you're too heavy on the pedals and all that sort of thing, it says like back off and all that kind of thing. Your mileage compared to what your engine's putting out. I'm a lead footer, unfortunately. Always have been, always will be. 0 to 60 in whatever time I can get.
You get a
Well, the
visual
way-
on
the
the
way it
dash.
goes-
You get
the
a
way it
visual
goes
on the dash,
here-
whether you're riding the brakes or your engine's pushing or your batteries are running or whatever. It's kind of fun, isn't it?
But I guess it's here. I mean, the way it is here, I'm on my last diesel. That Toyota don't make them anymore.
Are you going to go back to petrol then, Klaus?
I have to. Yeah.
Yeah, because I think we were all encouraged to go on to diesel
Yeah.
some years ago here in the UK,
Yeah,
and it's now gone full circle. We're
Yeah.
now encouraged to get out of diesel because it's so dirty.
It's
I'm
not
telling
as
you. I mean, I just had our version of the MOT, and I saw the numbers coming. You know, the NOx values and CO2 and stuff that comes out the exhaust pipe. I mean, that's mountain air coming out. There's nothing.
Sure. Yeah.
I mean, you know how diesels how black they get in the exhaust pipe.
Yeah.
Yeah, you do that in mine. You stick your finger in mine and do like this. There's nothing.
Well,
So they
is that
got it
'cause
running. They
it's
get it running
converter,
so
is it?
clean then. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I
because,
get what about close to 60 miles per gallon.
Yeah. What size engine is that?
It's a 1.6,
Yeah. So yeah.
but it's been remapped. I think
Oh,
it's
yeah.
called. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I get a little more torque out of it
Yeah.
when
Is-
needed.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is that got the turbo on it? I presume as well.
Yeah. That makes a lot of difference. That's what they basically, when they went smaller engines, they put a turbo on. So for what you
sure,
lose,
yeah.
what you lose, the turbo gives it back really.
Of course, the big problem is that all the feeds go around pinching all the catalytic converters.
They do in UK. I don't know if it's like that in Denmark.
Yeah, it's a big problem. Big problem over here in the UK.
Yeah, they do that here too. It's,
Our little Kia 1.6 goes like a scared cat. It's just I can't believe the power that thing has. It's amazing, really.
We have well, for the girlfriend's car number 2. It's a small. I don't think you get them in North America. It's called an iGo. It's a small 3-cylinder 1.0 liter.
Yeah.
With 68 horses or something. But
the size of a motorcycle engine.
Yeah, and it sounds like it too. It's a very, very small car, and it's really sippy. You know, from 0 to around 60. Very sippy in town, and doesn't take up any space when you need to park. And on the freeway, not so good because it simply doesn't have any power. But that little 3-cylinder really revs up, really, really fast.
Yeah,
you got to keep
the $9,000
to work with, yeah.
9,000.
So Klaus, we have the Peugeot 108, which is the same car basically. But, that's the C1 and the C1, the iGo, and the Peugeot. They're all the same car. But tell you what, they're nice little go karts.
Yeah,
quick, mate.
They are the disposable lighter of cars. When they're X amount of years, you just throw them out because there's not enough metal in them to fix.
Our Kia Soul is 11 years old.
Yeah, that's a good car.
They are good cars. It's totally surprised me. We bought it because I could get in and out of it without banging my head. And,
it's a little tall, right?
Yeah. That's the story of my life, Bruce. A friend of ours he has Ferraris and stuff. If I got into a car like that, I would never ever get out. I would have to crawl out.
Well, I have just as much headroom in the Kia as I do in my pickup.
Wow. That's why I can't have I wanted another Mazda MX-5. I can't have one because obviously they me back problems. It's like sitting on the floor in one of them.
Yeah. I think you get to an age when you're built for comfort rather than speed.
Well, I actually went when we bought it. I went all around town to all the dealers and I did a test sit in every car they make, and Toyotas, Hondas, Mazdas, Kias, and I phoned my wife from inside the Kia Soul, and I said, I found the car.
Yeah,
they don't make bad cars.
The best-selling cars in the UK, the Kia.
They don't make bad cars anymore. They just, make bad drivers.
Well,
a lot of the problems you have with cars in this country is, and I don't know if I'm going to be corrected here. People only go by if you got a car, let's say like Sam Young or something brought a car out in this country. We wouldn't buy it for a good few years because we think it's foreign crap.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's not a Ford. It's not a Vauxhall. It's not something we know.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And Kia is one of them ones that take a long time to take a hold in this country. Like Nissan.
All my life, Vince. All my life I've had Fords. And then I bought this one now. It's a Skoda, which is basically a VW with a new badge on it. Yeah. And it's an absolutely brilliant car. Yeah. I absolutely love it. It's brilliant.
They've come a lot from the early Skodas, haven't they? With the engine.
The early Skodas, you could double the value by filling up the petrol tank.
My neighbour, when I was young, had a 1986 brand new one, chocolate brown. She couldn't drive hardly. She was a useless driver. She revved it up so high. And
that's the one with the rear engine.
Yeah, the Estelle. It was the
The
Estelle.
Estelle, yeah. You know,
Go
funny
with
enough, that was a
Estelle.
rally champion car at one time.
I think
Yeah.
they were 1200 cc. I think they were.
Yeah. It's like the Vauxhall Corvette. Everybody took the mickey out of that. You know, a horrible thing that was. But you know, another one that was a Honda. It was a rally car champion. The rally version. You know what I mean? You know, it's all these ones you wouldn't think.
I tell you what, that
jokes
era of
the,
Vauxhall were pretty ugly, though. The Chevette was ugly, and the
that'd be-
Cavalier of the time as well was ugly as well.
Yeah.
You've got to remember, guys. I can remember things like the Hillman Imp with the engine in the back of the car and stuff. I mean,
Corvair.
Still getting.
probably the
Worth
worst
money
car
now.
in the world, I think.
Hank, you remember the Corvair? They had
Oh,
a
Corvair,
rear engine.
yeah.
Have you heard of? Some of you must have heard of the Wartburg. Do they pronounce it the Wartburg?
Oh, the Wartbugs, yeah.
Yeah, they were two-stroke. They were two-stroke.
Yeah,
My dad used to
yeah.
repair one for someone.
3-cylinder 2-strokes. Yeah.
Yeah, and he bought it off the bloke in the end. The bloke had had
It
it
came
from
out
new.
of what, Eastern Germany, I think.
Could have been. It was out that way. Yeah,
Oh.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
that was
There's a
another
lot
thing.
of-
They're
Rev,
worth a lot of
that's why
money
you
now.
have them,
The
haven't
collector's items now, I mean, they're worth a lot of money. You know, it's
The
crazy.
Lada.
It's got the
My
Yugo.
dad
isn't
had
it?
some
I mean,
lovely
Yeah,
cars.
the Lada
yeah.
was Russian. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were the
same
only
with
car that
Yugo.
rusted.
The old,
They were the
remember
only
the
car
old
that rusted
Yugo
in the
cars? I
showroom.
mean, one of them was in James Bond film, wasn't it? I mean, it was just
Rusted in the
basically a
showroom.
roller
I gotta
skate.
say this, but, yeah,
I
they
think,
rusted in the showroom and it came with a
Ronnie, I
toolbox.
have the Karoq. I think it's called the Karoq. I think I don't know.
Yeah, I think it could be something like that. I've seen it.
Yeah,
Correct, yeah. Correct. There's 2 or 3 of them now, aren't they?
Big job.
But I can understand why.
Hey, John.
Goda made a brilliant car called the Yeti,
John.
and they didn't hang around that long.
Oh, I know.
Sooner
Yeah,
or later.
I've seen them. Yeah.
This is probably the most ugly car in the world ever
Yeah,
built.
but as a utility vehicle, for a small car, it was a bit like the Lada Cossack.
Yeah, it was an ugly looking. I actually looked at buying one once, and I went and actually seen it. I thought, you know, I'd rather drive a push bike. It was
Mm.
that bad. Honest to God.
I-
Hey, John, how you doing, mate?
Oh, John.
Is your volume working, John?
His
Mediocre
voice is
Conker.
very low.
John, we can't hear you, mate. John,
That's because he's not talking.
That's because me just cut the cord to the earphones.
Push
who
the
we
right
lost?
button.
We lost somebody here.
We
John.
lost Briggs,
Mr.
didn't we?
Briggs.
Oh, Mr. B, we lost. Yeah.
He's tearing a new one to some mechanic somewhere.
Yeah, he deserves some privacy.
Putting a truck up somebody's Uranus.
Oh,
How about now?
Well, here we
yeah.
go.
Roger
There you
that.
go, John. You got it.
All right.
Welcome,
Thank you.
welcome to the madhouse.
Thank you.
You know what? I have to go because low tide is in 20 minutes, and that's I can go on the beach and walk
like
without
your beach
getting my
walk,
feet
don't you,
wet for
Bruce?
2 miles.
You
Uh,
enjoy your beach
I
walk.
was going to ask for a bunch of subscribers because I'm still stuck at 50. I'm 50 subscribers under 40K. I just can't seem to break.
It's like, I tell you what, when I nearly got to 1,000, it kept going near and dropping back. Going
Yeah,
near.
that's
It did
what
that for about a month.
I have never bitched about subscriptions in my whole life, and the last week I've been waiting to get usually get 15 or 20 a day.
You say that, Bruce. I'm the same. I cannot get any more. I've decided that my face just don't fit. That's all.
Yeah.
It's very slow going at the moment. I found it very slow going at the
Yeah,
moment.
it is.
Yeah.
My wife said, well, because we're going to have a party when it hits 40K, and I think we're just going to have to.
40K, hark at him. 40K.
I know.
Yeah.
But I've been doing this for 9 years, man. I've been doing this.
Yeah. Well, actually, but about the slow going, I actually last time I looked into studio, I've had 89 new subscribers within the last 28 days.
Now, you've done well then. I've had about 40.
I think that's pretty good.
I've had about
Yeah,
40.
Yeah.
Bruce,
Okay,
what,
I'm off of the beach, you guys.
I pick up just over one a day. That's what on average. Yeah.
I average about 15.
yeah, what's the difference, Bruce? Under 40K or 40K?
Whether he gets a party from Trudy or not.
Do you get another dollar?
Yeah, we're gonna just talk to the restaurant and have a little party down on the beach.
Oh,
Yeah, but
well.
it doesn't really matter, right? I mean, what do you get, another dollar?
Yeah.
Well,
No, I just want it's a number. It's all it is a number. I wanted to cross that before we party.
the problem is the party won't happen if he doesn't get there before
Well,
he
you know
comes
what? I
home.
should just have the party, film it, and then when I hit 40,
Yeah, you can do that.
upload
There
it.
you go.
The benefit of editing, isn't it?
But Trudy says, no, you're not at 40.
Uh-oh.
I must admit,
She's
I've-
also the
I've
compliance
got a plan for you,
manager.
Bruce.
Oh, yeah.
Bruce, I've got a plan for you.
Manager of
Yeah.
dispositions
Yeah.
and acquisitions and compliance.
Get
Hey
him.
guys, we got a new face in the channel. Hey Rusted, how you doing, man?
All right,
Hiya.
guys. Thanks
Hey,
a lot
Rusted.
for listening.
Let's keep
Oh,
it
yeah.
rolling.
Rusted.
Hello.
It's
How you
Peter,
doing,
isn't
mate?
it?
Hello.
Peter, in it? Is it Peter?
Yeah, that's it, Pete.
Yeah.
Peter.
Super,
We can call it all.
How you doing, mate? All right?
I'm good, thanks.
Oh,
You?
Bruce has gone now. Bye, Bruce.
Yeah, fine, mate. Thank you.
Hey, Conker,
Yes, mate.
I have one subscriber more than you.
Are you that close?
What? I've only 282. I've got, mate. How many you got?
Oh, you have 284.
Oh, oh, wow.
Well, I looked the other day, and Rusty Rooster had less views than me in the last month, and he's picked up about 90 more subscribers. So,
I'm sorry, I didn't catch that between Parky's eating and Parky, you have the noisiest bag or the best microphone. I don't know which.
Yeah, it's just down here, is Mike. That's probably why.
It's in his bag. Got the mic in his bag.
It's all right. I finished this packet, so I'll done for now.
Oh, dear God. You break me up, you do. You really do. Oh, excellent, man. Absolutely
The way
excellent.
you
Well,
make
that's
the
Ronnie.
Mr. Rowan.
I'm a little conscious of Mr. Briggs coming back because I actually need to tell him what I used to do for a living, and trucker compliance and freight forwarding was two of them. Not the most fair or fabulous roles for truck drivers. They hate planners with a vengeance.
So basically, you're a transport manager.
Yeah.
Steve, you want to give her a shout out? That 300 will soon go up.
Come on up, Steve. Give her a shout out, mate. No problem.
Who's Steve's daughter then? Because
You give her a
All
shout
right,
out
Steve.
after you give me a shout out.
Little Steve, small in the saloon.
Diddy Steve.
Let's see here. It's 9:00 here, so I guess it's perfectly okay if I go get a beer, right?
Oh, yeah.
Of course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll let you. We'll let you.
Thank you.
Anything after
Good.
12
Anytime's
o'clock
good.
is good. Go get yourself a beer. Hey,
Thank
Rusted,
you.
how you doing, mate? We got you and
Hi,
I
Bill.
not had the pleasure of meeting each other. What are you into, mate?
Yeah.
Motorbikes mainly.
Sorry?
Motorbikes.
Okay, all right.
Mopeds, same as Luke. Honda SSs,
Oh, wow.
things like that. You know,
Yeah. Have you had a look at Luke's site, his streams?
been a channel for a couple of years now. Been a
wow.
subscriber for a couple of years.
Yeah. I see him in my chat as well. I see him in my chat when I got my lives and that on. Yeah.
Oh wow,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. Like the content. Like the content.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah, it's okay. It's okay.
You can only try. You can only try and do your
Yeah,
best.
that's it, isn't it?
He's king of the WD-40 on the starter motors.
I can get through plenty of that. Carb
Oh,
spray as
yeah.
well. Loads of
Yeah,
that.
that's,
Bit of mainline in WD-40, why not?
Yeah.
Mate. Anyway, you're welcome, mate. What's your first name, Rusted?
Pete.
Pete, to the
Peter.
meeting, mate. You're
Yeah.
more than welcome.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're more than welcome, mate.
Been watching for a while. Thought I'd chip in a bit.
Yeah, everybody's welcome. Come up and say hello. Normally, I
Thanks.
just talk bollocks anyway, but luckily enough, we've got some very good friends there. From Canada and the States, and from Denmark. We talk about Denmark. Look, it is Denmark, isn't it, Klaus? Your place, you Denmark?
Yeah.
Some people sometimes call it Poland or something. I've
Yeah,
heard.
that's me.
Yes, sir. Denmark. Yes.
A certain Polish
I
couple.
do. Yeah, I'll put my hands up.
It's perfectly okay. Don't worry about it. It's fine.
I've seen what Steve's put in chat.
Cheers,
What
mate.
about his daughter? About his daughter, want to do it on?
Yeah,
for her
but
own
his
back?
daughter, yeah.
Yeah, that's good. Really, that is good.
No, that
Especially
speaks volumes.
especially if she's got a different, and I would imagine she's probably got a different niche and what he. I don't.
Yeah,
Probably not.
yeah, it's
small
nothing we'd
engines.
be interested in. So
So yeah, there'd be a lot of subs that aren't really whatever. What does she do, Steve? Let us know. What is her sort of niche sort of thing?
Yeah, I mean, come on up, Steve.
Content.
Always good to see you, mate. Is it? I mean, I must admit, I'm being a bit lazy. I get out there in the workshop and it's a bit cold. I tend to do a lot of stuff in the evenings, you know.
Well, I'm still on my videos I did over Christmas. I built up a good bank of videos, and I've been trying to organise the last 3 or 4 weeks. So I haven't really got a lot of things nearly finished, but not quite finished. So also building work is going on next door. When I'm home in the afternoons, I want to finish a video. I can't because they've got their Polish music playing because there's a lot of Polish workers there, or they're shouting, or you've got the impacts going, or whatever.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
for me to film at the moment, so I have to pick me moments.
Yeah, I can't say that's my excuse. My excuse normally is I must admit this week I did a video on using my hoist to pick up a big heavy old mower. And I went through it all, and I was falling about and messing around and getting bad angles. And I got it up, got back indoors, and I forgot to turn the bloody camera on.
It's a classic. It's a classic.
I thought, well, there you go.
Well, for me, the pot was running a bit low for money for the projects, and I've actually managed to sell a few old mowers and things now. So I've got a little bit of money in the pot now to put into the projects again, because that's mainly why I do it.
You know, that's a really interesting, because I've got a pot like most of us, I guess, in the house, cash and stuff from mowers and stuff. And you know, I hate spending it. I don't I like having it.
Steve Smallengin said that his daughter was doing Minecraft.
My daughter
gaming.
used to be into that, and she's still into it now. And she's 18 now. She's still into that.
Yeah.
So she would sub, Steve, if you want to email me her link to her YouTube.
yeah,
My daughter might have even heard of her. I don't know.
I paid for my daughter's
Stella's
wedding.
right. There's just a lot of competition with gaming channels.
Yeah, but it's a better niche than what we do. Definitely.
What's that
Really.
Minecrafting?
Different.
Small engine is a hard one to get big, especially in the UK.
You know about
Yeah,
Minecrafting?
somebody else was saying that your small engine is a bit of a difficult niche.
Yeah, cars and that sort of thing seem to be a lot better sort of thing if you're into engines in the UK.
Yeah, that's just because people
It's
haven't
related
figured
to
it
small
out yet.
engines, isn't
It'll
it?
pick up. It'll pick up.
Also,
Yeah,
as well,
with
we're
small-
out
with
season,
small
we're out
engines and all
season,
that,
aren't we?
they're
Come
trying to
March,
phase them out.
April, you'll get a lot more views then, I think, probably.
Yeah.
I think because they're trying to phase out a lot of these small engines now. A lot of people are looking at this electric side of it rather than.
Yeah,
So
well,
there's a lot more sites coming now about electric motors rather than.
I was talking to the Mrs. H actually earlier on tonight. I'm thinking about going back up to Semtex again this year. We're making that lot, not Semtex.
Soltex.
You know what
I
mean.
call it Semtex.
Yeah,
Not what you said the other week.
I'm going back up there anyway with Mick. I'm taking Mrs. H again because we had a brilliant time up there. I must admit we're meeting up with all the small engine guys, and I think Mick still got about 200 pens that he nicked when we were up.
How are you going to deal with James and your wife though?
I tell you what, mate. I need a quiet word with that man. I tell you, my missus. Well, I tell you what. I'll have to give her a serious slapping. I tell you, she carries on the way she's doing.
Flirting around the younger man.
Yeah, she found the younger man. I tell you, he was all googly eyed like.
Due for a midlife crisis. Where's the lady Laura tonight?
She's making cakes actually because she's making a belated cake for our daughter who was 18 in the last week, and Laura's nephew I think he's 6 on Valentine's Day. Actually, he's 6 on Valentine's Day. So she's doing 2 cakes. They're the same type of cakes, just decorated a bit different.
Yeah.
Well, I hope you guys are all doing Valentine's night dinners for everybody on Monday night. You know, like your old softies.
Do you do a Valentine's pot noodle?
Nope.
I wouldn't be allowed to get away with it, mate. I tell you.
I think Valentine's is way too much Me Too, and I feel left out during that. So I decided that maybe we should flip this around for the next 20 years, and the females will buy us flowers and make us dinner.
I always thought Valentine's Day was for secret lovers. I mean, if you're married.
I don't know
tell
about
us
that.
more, Vince. Tell us more.
Yeah.
Valentine's Day was originally the Valentine's Day was originally as I was told it when I was younger. So it was actually somebody called Valentine who had a secret romance with a married woman who he sent her flowers and all that, and that's how it all came about.
So, Vince, how many cards are you sending to get home down the post office and posting this week then?
Well, the postman's had a hernia this week, so
£3 for a card, like, it's ridiculous. I have to say, Mrs. H proposed to me on Valentine's night.
Oh, really?
When it was on the whatever it is, so many days in February, leap year it was.
Oh, it's a leap year one, yeah.
She proposed to me because let's face it, I'm a hell of a good catch. Let's be honest.
It was a leap year. It was a blue moon at the same time, and the tide had gone out. Is that right, Conker?
Sorry,
it was a leap year. If there was a leap year, there was a blue moon, and the tide had gone out. Sounds like a good plan.
He was pissed. I don't know if I can say. Can I say pissed? I don't care anymore. I just said it. Whatever.
It's your stream. You say whatever you want to.
Yeah, John,
is it Simone that runs that the antique side? She's doing that. She's doing the lawnmower the other day. The Victor.
Yeah, she's got a
Yeah, that was her. Yeah.
Yeah, I was watching that today, and I thought,
Cortina.
yeah, I just watching that today. I thought that poor woman's working outside. She should have a room with a table and everything. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
it's a good one, good one.
It's not going to do her back any good when she gets older.
I've got to ask you, John, because now you're a good lady back home from a cruise. Yeah, she had a nice time.
She did. She had a good time without me.
Did you have the house nice and clean and tidy ready for her?
Oh, I did. Yes, I had it all cleaned up.
Under fear of what?
You know, the fear of.
He had a rug in the middle of his room. There's a big molehill underneath it.
Yeah, everything's put up, babe. Oh, hold on. Let me say something here. Klaus and Anders, there'll be nothing but English spoken in the chat, so we can see any rule violations.
Okay, det helt i orden. Det skal jeg nok sørge for.
Huh?
John is doing some brilliant.
John was okay when she was away. He was just relaxing.
Yes.
I'll just get rid
I
of
actually put on underwear 2 days of the 7.
Hey.
I mean, in case anybody was wondering.
Well, thank you.
No problem.
There you go. Look,
it wasn't lacy either.
Look at that.
Yeah, that was it.
Hang on,
Luke. No, Conker. No.
Oh, brilliant.
See how they do me, Pete? Bad.
You're the
This is
first
why you have
one
to put
that's
up
done
with
that
when you
on
enter the streams.
You know that.
And I was very happy we'd gone the entire stream and nothing was mentioned about a certain vegetable, and then Luke has to do it.
I never made that photo though. That was down
John, I
to
must admit, I was very. Do you know when Mr. Briggs was showing us around? He said, "Is that tube?" I was very tempted to say that was a vegetable launcher.
Yeah.
I think that probably winds it up, John, doesn't it? Green juice everywhere.
Yeah, it probably does.
Good
one,
Ronnie.
All the way through without.
You know, Luke's lovely wife made that picture and sent it to me.
Hmm.
What's her name? Trashy.
Laura.
Trashy was her name or something. There's a lot of bleeps and talk smack. Yes, Laura was
I'll
nice
tell you
enough
what,
to make that
I've
picture
been-
and send it.
I've enjoyed your voiceovers you've been sending to me, mate. I'm trying to work out on how to use them.
It's funny trying to do the same sentence, 12 different ways.
Yeah, I understand. I do. Understand.
It's different.
It's like me trying to do my introduction, take about 20 attempts.
Yeah, when I did Steve's, I was like, oh my God, 30, how many times, Steve? 36, 39 attempts to get it right.
Yeah, it's brilliant.
I just get this impression when Luke and Conker make their videos, you got Mick's like the director in the background. Cut. Right. Make it look better. Make it look better. It's supposed to be professional, guys. All right.
Acting. If you watch me and Mick making a video, I tell you what, you would. It totally. You could not possibly broadcast it.
I bet you can.
He has to cut out so much of it, you would not believe. I tell you.
That's what you want to do, Conker. Get your numbers up. Do an uncut Thingbob outtakes video.
I will be banned from YouTube.
Why do I keep thinking about Laurel and Hardy when you said you and Mick were doing that? I don't know why that just keeps popping in.
That's my surname, Hardy. You know that. Yeah.
That is actually a good one. You could both dress up and do a little collaboration together. Yeah.
In black and white as well.
Yeah, black and white, silent.
Yeah. I'm sorry, John. I cut you off before.
That's not a bad idea.
Is that what you do?
Actually, you could redo that one where the car breaks up. Remember that one? They're driving down the road. It's like
Too bad it wasn't on video when Conker
He's
busted
still on
his
about
butt
this
in the yard
damn fish thing he's on about.
into the dog crowd.
I'm trying to talk him out of it. I said, look, I'll give you 20 quid not to do it.
Talking about money.
Scene.
Talking about money. When's this fish thing going to be happening?
When is it? When are you going to do it?
Yeah.
He's gone. He's out there.
Where'd Vince go?
Sounds a bit fishy.
Yeah. I know it's. I've decided I'm going to be wearing a full face deep diving divers
mask. Yeah. Trouble is, though, you need a breathing apparatus as well, because if your throat is like that, you'll be knowing about it.
Yeah. I mean, I got a fairly strong stomach, I must admit, but my lord. But there again, the thing about it is, I said already, I think you guys probably picked up earlier on. We will do it for charity, and I started off with 20 quid. When the time comes, you will be diving into your pockets, my boy.
I think what you should do, Conker.
I'll give you 20 quid.
I think what you should do.
I'll give you 20 quid.
Conker, what you should do is wait for the nice, really not hot summer's day, and leave it in the shed overnight.
You think
I think it's going to be bad enough already. It's going to be bad enough already.
It's really bad, apparently. I think the one he's got already has gone out of date.
And I think the tin has expanded as well. It's actually pushing out the metal. Yeah. So.
Well, I mean, Klaus, you must have you ever tasted this stuff? Because it comes up your way somewhere, doesn't it?
Sweden in it, I think. Sweden
yeah, but I have, yes.
Is it as bad as they say?
Strumming.
You're talking to a guy who regularly eats pickled herring.
Yeah.
So no, it smells a lot worse than it tastes.
It's not the fish itself.
No, it's the fermentation. It's like Conker. Have you ever had kimchi?
Had what, mate?
Kimchi, the Korean fermented vegetables. Okay, they taste quite well, but they don't smell well. And it's the same thing.
There's a person in the chat that is perfect for it. There you go.
Anders.
Yeah.
Anders knows all
Come
about it.
Come on up, Anders.
So how I understand it, I've seen videos that it's quite a delicacy the way that it's presented and eaten. Yeah.
But
the thing is when you, at least when I have had it only had it in Sweden, and they prepare it for you, and they don't open the tin right in front of the customers at the restaurant because it doesn't smell that well. They'll do that out in the kitchen, and they do stuff to it. And when you get it, yeah, it's pungent, but it's not bad. It's
Is
not.
it right what I read? That they say they undo it underwater sometimes?
I don't know. Anders is
That
the
would
person
obviously
to go to.
that would obviously get rid of the smell, wouldn't it? Quite a lot.
Yeah, this is done for Riley's charity, by the way.
Well, I think Mick will open it on about 25-degree day when the tin is
with the door locked in the shed.
Look, it's out again.
I've tried to get Mrs. H to come up with me. She try it, and I've still got the bruises to prove it when she said no.
Smells bad, tastes great. A bit like blue cheese. That's what catch a cow.
What about jelly deals? Is that any? I've never tasted them, but
I've never had them.
On the same level, or because that's some kind of
just
like
if one likes
weird
eels.
Blue cheese. Oh, blue cheese. That's another one of my favorites.
Yeah.
All right, mate, I'm trying to unmute you. There you go. There you go.
It's a little party trick we do.
Yeah.
I had a few problems with my button there.
So what marriage you been, Luke? What marriage you been working on?
Hurry up, Ken.
I've got Hondas. I've mainly been working on lately. I've just I've got 3 of the old HRB 475s. I'm gonna try and that's my next ones. I'm gonna get on. I'm gonna try and make 2 out of 3. They were the early ones. They're a bit underrated, really, because they had the Pro gearbox on them. They had the GXV engine on them, and they had a blade brake clutch on them as well. So they're quite a good mower in a plastic deck. But when they went to the HRX, that type with the roller, they all went cheap.
The steel grey ones, didn't they?
Yeah.
Is that the one I'm being asked to look at tomorrow? Has got the whole red body with Honda on it. It's an older one, and she says. And the other thing you can have a look is, you any good with the billy goat? I went, what you say? I went, where'd you get that from? So it was of mother's, but it's smoking black smoke. So it's probably just being tipped on its side then.
Could be, yeah.
We'll have a look anyway. Yeah. We'll have a look at them too tomorrow. And today I went to see that. Yeah, you know that lad I told you was helping out? He's got learning difficulties, wants to run his own mowing business.
Yeah. Let the cat out.
Well, he
Don't let the cat out of the bag.
He phoned me today to say that he bought a hedge trimmer and he's done all the bits and bobs and he watched the video. He didn't say who it was, and he says he can't get it to prime properly. So I went down and had a look, and bless him, he'd put the hoses in the wrong way round, the fuel hoses, but he'd put the air filter, the fuel filter, on the top rather than the bottom. And said it'll only prime when it's on its side. I said that's because that's when the fuel gets to it. And strip it down the chain right. He went, "How do you know all this stuff?" I said, "I'm 57 years old. You don't learn it overnight."
No.
So what's
experience?
Yeah.
I tell you what, I missed a trick today. I wish I'd have filmed it when Laura went out and dealt with this person that bought a mower off me today, and I think I got my front lawn cut by him. He tested it out so much and put it one angle, the other angle. Then, I've never known anything. It was an £85 lawnmower, and he tested that thing for about a quarter of an hour. He did.
Testing on the backyard too while he's at it.
He might as well have done. He was doing my daughter. It was quite
Did you find out when Laura went out?
Commentary on him. And saying now Laura's biting her lip while she's getting fed up with waiting for him to get on with whether he wanted it or not. And yeah, it was quite funny. But
here, try this trimmer too while you're at it.
Yeah. There's a house up at number 84. They need their grass cutting as well. If you want to go and do that.
I have a small funny one.
Tell him you got a vacuum for sale.
What's that, Klaus?
People often say, "Okay, can we test it out?" And they kind of come in with the attitude that they don't trust you. And say, "You know what? You can mow my whole lawn." And if they are nice, I will tell them, but you will get grass clippings in your car.
Yeah.
If they are not nice, I say nothing. That's how it is. And there's grass everywhere.
He says, you got it was a Honda, it was a Quicksilver, what do you call them?
Flymo.
Yeah, Flymo. It was in good nick and all that. It was just a 4-wheel drive. and he was pointing out every nick in the cable sleeve, and you know what I mean. I went for 55 quid, mate. I says, and it's not got no rust on it, and it runs, and it's had a new diaphragm and everything put in it, and I've checked all the cables and everything. I've done it at good service, sharpened the blade for 50 quid, mate. 55 quid. You know what I mean? Without even starting up, somebody had ripped the arm off for it. You know what I mean? He went, "Oh, no, I've got to try it out." And he was walking because I've got a paved drive. He had it running up and down there. He had the old self-propel going. He goes, "No, I think I'll leave it, mate." And about a week later, I sold it, and he was back on going, "Have you still got that mower?" I thought, no.
I felt
I actually this is some of the hardest situations you can actually put me in, because I get ticked off at some point.
Oh, I do. Yeah, I get fed up with them messing about.
Yeah,
for too long.
Yeah, and it takes me about 60 seconds to get fed up, because if they want a used lawnmower or a lawnmower with no kinks, no scrapes, no rust, go buy a new one. You know? Don't come here. But we have There was one lady, and I have her pegged as a school teacher. I don't know why. She came in and said, "Can I have a receipt?" I said, "Sure, no problem. The price I quoted, you have to multiply that by 1.6."
Yeah.
And she goes, "Why?" "Because now, if you want a receipt, I have to pay taxes and VAT, and all of a sudden, maybe that's not so important,
Yeah.
I guess so. Yeah, here it is. Can you help me put it in cash? I'm so sorry, I have a bad back today. Yeah, have fun. Bye.
Well, I had a couple of Polish blokes come once. One could speak English, one couldn't, and I think they were trying to dabble in this thing where they buy machines to send back. But I think they were buying machines off me to sort of sell to someone else to send back, which they knew. And one was a chainsaw, one was a strimmer. They were all steel, but all old and all had slight problems. But sort of, they did start, but they all sort of had slight problems. I want to just get rid of them as job lot. They come, and I was dealing with the one that could speak English, but he wasn't the one that was buying it. So they were on the phone, phoning up someone else, asking about this, that, and the other. And then going backwards and forwards, then talking amongst themselves. I got so fed up in the end. I said, "Do you want them or don't you? I've got to go out. Do you want them or don't you?" In the end, they did take them, but they just didn't even know how to start a hedge trimmer or anything. No. They just wanted to dabble in this little thing they've heard is probably could be quite lucrative for them, but they didn't really know what they were doing, and they got my nerves after a while.
Yeah. And it's one of the things I always, I take it because it's a test of because normally I'm very pliable, very nice, and very, accommodating. But you get these jerks in. I mean, the other types, man and wife comes in, and they already decided who's bad cop and good cop.
Yeah.
And the guy. So I'm sorry, that was a bad. Who was a good person / bad person?
There you go.
Maybe police officers. We don't know. And the guy. So is the oil changed? I said, yes, it is. How can I see that? I said, don't you know how to check the oil on an engine? And he kind of went. So do you want to move on to the spark plug and the air filter too? I said, no, that's not a problem. I said, it's not, because it's brand new. But those things, and for some reason, that's where my humor just doesn't quite make it there.
So hostile.
Actually, you said about police officer. I actually sold one I sold one on eBay once, and I obviously wanted to arrange when the person was going to come to pick it up. So it was ready for them. I got out of the shed and it was ready. Well, we had a knock on the door, and this bloke turned up to buy the mower, so I couldn't get it out and all that for him. He said he was a police officer. And I said, I'm a bit curious, how did you manage to get my address? Because I hadn't given him my address. He goes, I've got ways of me. So I think he'd gone through the police system to get my address.
Where's the noise coming from, guys?
He hadn't paid by PayPal or anything,
Not
so
me.
he paid cash when he comes, so there was no way.
Unless you heard me when I pass gas.
My address.
Yeah. If a police officer uses the the database for his personal.
Yeah, it's not allowed, is
Here,
it?
Yeah.
they get sacked.
I think that could be like that here, but he did that. Yeah, I'm sure he must
Should have
have.
asked to see his warrant card.
This
Somebody
was a
pick
few-
up the phone, will you?
Yeah.
It was about
Somebody
4 years
answer
ago
the
now.
phone.
Quite a
It's
while.
Domino's Pizzas. You want to know if John Clem wants his order bringing round?
Be right back.
No, but you're right, Luke. That there are some people they just rub you wrong, you know.
Yeah. I tend to send Laura out to sell a mower like Bruce does with his wife because they generally go quick. They generally don't mess about. This bloke today did mess about. I had one at the end of last year. He come and bought. He wanted to come and look at a leaf vac, an MTD Yardman leaf vac thing I've got. It worked okay, but it was a bit scruffy. But it worked. It did the job. He brought a bag of leaves with him to put in my garden to see how it would collect them. And it collected them absolutely brilliantly.
Yeah.
And when he started it back up, I think it vibrated a bit and the top cover come off, just a bit that goes on top of the recoil. That was all because I put only one screw in, I think. I weren't selling it as perfect anyway.
No.
And then it put him off it and he didn't want it, but he picked up every single leaf and mulched them and everything. And he didn't want it then.
No.
But
No.
I said, look, I hope he hasn't left a leaf on my garden because he brought a bag of leaves with him.
Yeah.
I've never known that.
Yeah, people are funny. People are
Yeah.
funny, and yeah, I mean, I think it's, of course, the people that come here and buy a mower with me. Some of them don't know me, and how can they? But I think I've said it before. I live in a very small town. It might be my neighbor who comes
Yeah.
and buys a mower off me, and I'm very conscious of not selling something that I cannot, back up.
Yeah.
And if somebody from around here, if they buy a mower and there is a problem, bring it back. I'll fix it. No problem.
Yeah. I'm quite happy to if they want to bring it back. Obviously, I wouldn't go and collect it, but if they want to bring it back, I'd have a look at it. Or
Oh yeah, absolutely.
replacement or
The
something.
other thing I tend to do is ask people what size lawn they're cutting, because sometimes, and I fell into this trap a couple of times. You say to them, "Oh yeah, I've got a lawnmower for sale, blah blah." But yeah, we'll take it. And then it's one of these like horrible plastic deck things. And you find out you've got half a field to mow. Well, that's not the kind of machine you want to be using on it, like, you know what I mean? So
No, but at the end of the day, it's really up to them to decide that, isn't it? I don't know whether.
Yeah, but you don't want
I
to
know
come in
Nick
back
has
and
had
say,
this a few
just
times.
not.
I spoke to him about it. Yeah.
I bought this is about a year and a half ago or so. I bought 5 mowers where 3 of them were demos. I mean, they came right out of the
Oh,
of
so
the
they're really
store.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were brand new. Unused, brand
Yeah.
new. But they have been started up, and I
Yeah.
sold them as demo models.
Yeah.
And this guy comes in, suit and tie and big Mercedes. He wants to see the mower, blah 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 blah. And I'm still thinking, dude, if you got that's an expensive suit you've got on there, and that Mercedes is not cheap.
No.
Why are you messing about buying a demo version of?
I've had that.
Yeah,
That turned
yeah,
up
yeah.
in BMWs and everything, real and newish cars. To buy an old hater or something, it's about 25 years old.
Yeah, and I mean that I don't quite get it. And
No.
they start. So what if I don't like it when I get home? I said, then you own a lawnmower you don't like.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Yeah, fair enough.
It's a lawnmower. I'm not asking you to marry it.
It's on a private deal for used demo mower. No, you cannot. I don't want it. I want the money. I don't want the mower. And people, but what is the dude? Can I test it out on your lawn? I said, no, you can't. Because if you do, it'll be full of gas, and it's no longer a demo model, it's then used.
Yeah.
So, no, you can't. I said, if you want it, take it, pay me. If not,
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. Yeah, just go.
I think sometimes, though, people, in all honesty, if some people
Hey,
know
how are y'all?
their mowers, and compared to some of the newer models you get today, like, you get in like these B&Q stores and streets and stuff, they're all like cheap models. I think some of the older motors that people go for is because of the use of it, the good and the trusted kind of thing.
Yeah.
Sometimes I do buy that for a genuine reason, but When you see booted and suited people coming in, and they're like, you know, how much you think to yourself, like you say, Klaus, they've got all this like nice gear in the car and everything. You think, why don't you just go and buy a brand new lawnmower?
Yeah.
It's like, yeah.
I mean, if you're so concerned with that the thing is going to blow up between your hands, you know, buy a new one.
The problem
You know?
the problem I have is because my job is a gardener, and I obviously have over the years got the best mowers I can possibly get for my job. So we use Hondas, and they're quite more the high end Hondas.
Yeah.
The thing is, when I try out these cheaper ones and get them, they feel rubbish to me because I'm used to a more substantial mower. So I have to sort of get that sort of out of my mind to think, you know, if I'm a homeowner and I'm using this, would I be happy with it? And that's how I sort of do it. But that's the problem because, you know, when you've used a Honda, I think my work one is a Honda HRX 536, which is I think the best four-wheel Honda you can get. If you use one of them, most lesser model, they're going to feel rubbish, aren't they? You know, because
I have
horses, though, Luke, isn't it?
Yeah,
horses for courses. I mean, an ordinary guy in his back lawn doesn't want a
no, he doesn't need that.
lawnmower.
He doesn't need it. Yeah.
I mean, I have my personal mower is an HIX 537.
That's what Laura uses. She likes that.
And it's a good mower. And you know, whenever people come in and buy them, I'll say, "Oh, that one over there is nice." And so that's kind of mine.
Personal.
Oh, is it for sale? No. Well, everything is for sale. Yes. So how much is it? And I tell them how much it is. Oh, yeah. And then we go back looking at the mower that was for sale.
Well, you get into another league, don't you? You get into another league.
Well, you have to overprice it then and stop them getting like asking you even more questions. But even then, on the way out the door, they're going, "You sure you don't want to sell that one?"
Yeah.
I find for the Honda ones, eBay seems to be better for the Honda ones. Facebook Marketplace seems to be better for the cheaper ones because people are just going through there for cheapness, really, a lot of the time. So.
And I don't know how you guys are doing, but when I put something up on our version of Craigslist and on my marketplace, on Facebook, my prices are fixed. I set my price, which I know is it's a sharp price. I mean, you can get it. Yeah, and I don't haggle. So if people go, so how much is it? I said, can you read?
Hostile.
I have a little bit of wiggle room, but not much.
It's because at the end of every ad,
bully,
I write that the the price is fixed, and bids are not. I don't reply to bids and offers.
No,
there's a lot of that on Marketplace and other places like that. On how they're saying price is non-negotiable. There are no time wasters as well. So
I always say, please don't make an offer.
Yeah,
please don't make an offer. This is it's price to sell.
I usually leave a £10 wiggle room. I usually put it up for £10 more than I want. Then if they want, will you take any less? Well, you sort of look reluctant. Usually Laura's harder than I am with it.
$5.
You know, if they're really insistent, I'll drop it at £10, but that would be it. The person that come today actually bought 2 mowers. So he did do a little bit better deal because he bought two mowers. I wanted them gone, and they
usually what I do is that if they take 2 instead of 1, or if they buy more, I usually tell you what, I will throw in a liter of engine oil.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah. Just a little sweetener in the deal, really, isn't it?
Yeah, or a bottle of stabilizer for the fuel, or something like that. Yeah. But I never reduce
champagne just to get rid of it.
Yeah.
Another good thing as well, if you sell 2-stroke stuff like a chainsaw or something, and I don't actually do it, but I might buy them little fuel things which you mix one with 5 litres, because that's something to get them on their way, and they'll know after that to buy more of them and how to do it if they use one.
It's the right amount as well.
Yeah, you're right, Stella. It is a time waster to haggling and but some people do it and some people like it and
the thing is, you get some people they'll haggle a couple of quid off it and you think to yourself, why? Because what's a fiver in English?
My dad has always bought and sold, but He's terrible. He lets them bully him. He allows them to twist it round, so they're like the ones in control of the deal and not him. He sort of shows a bit. He wants to sell something in 5 minutes. He'll put it on marketplace, and he wanted to go in 5 minutes. You know, he hasn't got no patience to wait. And then he sort of shows desperation when he's selling, so people pick up on that and think, oh, we can get this cheaper. But I tell him not to do that.
And I do it, but my clincher is when I say to people, they go, "Oh yes, yeah, but a small proportion of this will go to a charity," and then they feel. Yeah, they feel a bit like, I don't want to hangle him down because I feel like.
We don't have that. We don't
have
that
much.
Because
I do Macmillan and the Children's Council thing at Birmingham.
Okay, that's good stuff, mate. Well done, you. Well done, you.
Because Macmillan looked after me, you know. I think it's only right to look after them.
Well done, you, mate. Well done.
Yeah, because as soon as you mention, it's like, you know, a certain proportion goes to charity, then they're more reluctant to try and beat you down on the price because they don't want to look like the bad guy then.
No, it's good for you for doing it, mate. We all make a few bob, then that's all it's really about. I mean,
I'll sell them cheap anyway. I mean, £55 for a self-propelled lawnmower, you can get one of them fully working.
I wouldn't sell one for less than 120 anyway.
Well, the haters will be going a bit more expensive, like these look like the plastic mount field and that. But,
what would you sell a plastic mount field for them, Vince?
Say again?
What would you sell a plastic mount field for then?
For about 50 quid.
Yeah, I was going to say I was going to be putting about 60. Yeah.
If it's running 50 quid, like, if it ain't running, I'll just stick an old classic Briggs on it and sell it for about 65, something like that.
Yeah,
just to make some money back. But
I must admit, I do like the old Briggs and Stratton Classic. I like them.
They're an easy engine, isn't they?
They're nice and easy to work on. They don't.
The only problem you have with that is the Briggs and Stratton Classic engine. They take the bigger blade, and it's trying to find the right blade to fit the deck.
Yeah, well, just cut a hole in the side of the deck so it spins around. Okay, you'll be all right.
I have hundreds of blades. So I never usually have that problem.
Put a big sticker on and mind your feet.
Because when I first started taking classic engines off, I used to just take it all off and then put it all to one side, and then bits get moved around, as you know, in garages. And then I'd lose the blade to that machine, and I'm thinking, well, I use that blade already. So what I do now is I take it all off, screw the blade back onto the engine, and put it away. So I know it's there. I know the one I need.
A good point, actually. What do you guys do with the old blades? Is there anything you can do with an old blade? It's nothing, is it? It's sprung steel.
Spring steel, yeah, you can't make anything.
I made a mistake once. I tell you what I did. I used a blade to actually fix a bit on a chipper I had, and I cut it. You welded it in, okay. But the job I had to drill it afterwards.
Sprung steel, yeah.
Yeah, I made a mistake. I did. No, in the end, my dad had to burn through it with his acetylene to make the hole because I couldn't throw it.
Yeah.
So
it's one of those things.
Where's it coming from?
I don't know.
Who's got feedback? Someone has.
No, I think it's somebody having a yap at the back. The lady is somebody.
Is it Briggs?
Yes, I've got some big background.
Maybe a lot closer to Briggs truck.
Yeah, I thought it was me again having my old YouTube problems, but it's not. Because I moved it and it was still talking.
But I mean, you ever tried doing anything with a blade? I mean, I think you can take the temper out, can't you? If you heat it up, and you take the temper out of it or not?
Well, I've seen videos. I'm sure I've seen videos where people have used the blades to make like cutting knives, you know, for like the gardens and stuff. They've like laser cut them, something, I don't know. But I've not seen anything. And once, I don't suppose once, because there ain't much of a blade left once it's moving, is there really?
Just keep sharpening it.
Yeah. until you like you get down to about a nub, and that's it. Like a pencil, down to a nub, get another one.
I have got quite a collection of blades which I can usually find one that does the job. But actually, the other week I did have to buy one. It was bent, and I didn't have one like that, and I couldn't hardly find where I could buy it new. It was one of them. It was like a B&Q special mower. I called B&Q special, and it had it was 51 centimeter blade. In the end, I went on eBay, and someone had a good second-hand one for sale. So I thought, yeah, I can sharpen that up and use that. So that's what I did.
See, I just can't throw away an old blade or wheel. So,
Yeah,
I've
wheel,
got to
not
think about
blades so
wheels.
much, but wheels. I've got so many wheels.
I'm just giving a load of wheels today, and I showed him your trip to the Coke can,
So many
Luke.
wheels.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I said if you get any
Hello.
wobbly wheels, I said this is what you do. But
Tell
yeah,
you what,
and I said to him, and I've mentioned yourself and Mick and Conker and all them. I said even if you come onto the website, because he's got high functioning disabilities, like, but he can do stuff, but he's just not fast at picking things up. So you probably find this a bit much, to be honest. But I said if you watch the videos, you'll pick it up really quickly. And I said there's stuff that I'm learning that I wouldn't even think of doing. You know what I mean? Like Luke's Coke can trick. You know what I mean with the wheels.
yeah, I like that video. Actually. It did do the job. Yeah, I didn't get
Yeah,
much for that.
it's one of them thinking outside the boxes, and I love those.
I actually
Yeah.
enjoy it sometimes being in the shed when you come across a problem, you just stand there and think, what tool or what have I got around to get over this issue? And
I do the same, yeah.
it's the old brain working, doesn't it?
Yeah. That was the first thing I said when I commented on one of Simone's on the Victor. I said, the thing is, when that's the best time to do it is when you've exhausted all of what you know. Is the time you sit down and you'll be having a cup of tea or something. Next minute you're thinking, I know how to do that now, and you think of a new plan. I say they're the best ones.
Since for me it's easy. If all else fails, a size 12 hammer that solves the problem.
Yeah.
Well, just before I come in the stream, I'd taken an old Honda HRD apart. It was just a carcass, really. It did have the engine on still, and I wanted to separate it because for spares or whatever. And I took the engine off. I leaned it one way, and petrol come out. So I thought, oh. So I leaned it the other way, got on with something, then I had a massive pool of oil on the floor. Then.
Getting rid of oil is a real pain, isn't it?
Yeah.
You put paper down and sawdust and stuff. Oh, what a mess.
Luckily, the mower had a lot of leaves and stuff on it, so I got some gloves on and sort of pushed it all over in a bit of rag and then mopped it all up, and it come up all right. Really, I need a new floor in the shed anyway.
The thing about rags is they'll only absorb so much oil, if you know what I'm saying, and then you got an oily rag you got to get rid of. That's dripping, trying to get to a bag or a container.
The worst one is. Sorry, Phil.
No, you carry on. Sorry, I'm Klaus.
I think the worst one for me is if you have a mower in that you haven't had started yet, and you've been working on it, checking spark and all, and then you want to start it for the first time, and the muffler is full of oil,
and it splats it all out.
It spray paints everything.
Yeah.
I
do it outside. I start them outside for that reason.
Yeah, see, I did that, and then all of a sudden my grass started dying. In sort of a funnel pattern.
Spray pattern.
One thing worse. You tip it up down and check the blade, put your hand and clean the grass, and you come out with a handful of dog shit. Now that's the worst thing.
Honestly, I have. I mean, sometimes it's that is bad, Phil.
Where the blue gloves?
I mean, if I smell it, there's a 30-pound surcharge before it even makes it inside.
Somebody has YouTube.
I'm glad everybody else goes for it.
Who has YouTube?
My pet with my two springers is I can go out in the morning. And we do the patrol check, so we clean it, and then in summer you decide to mow the grass.
Hold it. Somebody's got YouTube on.
I've got it on, but it's muted.
Is it me again?
John, I've got.
Marvin Medorsey just switched on the ground.
Is it you, mate? Is it? Sorry, Steve. Is it you, mate? No.
Hello.
It's gone.
Hello.
I'll have to leave then because it's obviously my end, lads. But it is the kids have got it on in the background. So
okay.
Mine's linked to the TV. My phone. I can't switch that thing on. Yeah. Anyway, but just before I go, you do the pre-check before you mow the grass, and halfway through mowing the grass, there's a dollop you've not seen. And you think, and I've got to stop the mower now, go back now, clean it all up, and then by that time the dog's like giving you another message. On the way back.
Yeah. I have a tip for you guys. It's
called
that's tip 1. Tip 2. Steel Vario Clean. It's a soap. It's an acidic soap. It will take off any dirt, and it'll take off grass. It'll take off oil. It'll take off resin. It'll take off. Just don't put it on bare aluminum because it will do something to that as well.
Yeah.
But Steel
Yeah, I use
Vario
that
Clean,
soap
very,
starch used
very-
for decorating.
Sorry. I'm sorry, Vince.
I use that starching soap. You know, these for decorating. You know, for wiping
Yeah.
things down.
Yeah.
I use that as well.
Sugar
Just
soap.
spray a bit
Sugar
around
soap
to it.
it's called, isn't it?
Yeah.
Sugar soap.
Sugar
Yeah.
soap. That's it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I
But
just
I
Spray
think
some
it's
of that just before I clean it all out.
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing worse than you think, oh God Almighty. I mean, I
Yeah.
just got a high pressure hose.
Yeah, that's how I usually deal with it.
Then let them deal with it. Then you go. It's like
Oh,
Klaus said,
coming
you
up
go
with
in
a
the
shoe
garden
boys.
2 days later, and all the grass has died.
Yeah. Yeah.
My dog's only small, but he does it everywhere out there. It's like a minefield out there. And you know, we keep on top of it, but he's a crapping machine. Yeah.
Yeah.
Really
I
is.
always find the little dogs are. I think the bigger dogs do like one big, massive, like horse poo.
Yeah. Couple
And
of
then
times
they
a
do,
day, perhaps.
yeah, and
Mine
then but
does
little
about
dogs they say
15,
like,
I
oh, I'll
reckon.
just have a poop there and have another poop there. I'll just do a bit there. And then you think, where the hell is it all coming from?
Yeah.
Well, you know where it's coming from.
Uh,
I mean, most of us know roughly where it's
Feed
coming
this
from.
dog, but I've got here.
Well, I only have a cat, and he's pretty good at burying stuff. So
Yeah.
you just have to be careful if you're in some.
Weeding. When you're
Yeah.
weeding.
Yeah, doing the
Yeah,
beds and
yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's why we, in our job, when we do weeding, I just have them disposable gloves and we wear them just in case. Because there's dogs, one job we work at, and they tend to do it in the border as well. The dogs do. So
Yeah.
as long as I've got disposable gloves on, I don't care so much then. But
Yeah, I've done that, Steve. I've met with him, mate.
Well, I'm gonna have to go.
is that in Vince's
right.
background?
I'm
See
going
you
now
all
anyway.
later.
So,
See
yeah,
you,
because the kids got
Rusty.
Bye-bye.
YouTube
Take it
on
easy.
now,
Thanks for having me.
Hope-
Okay,
hope-
okay,
hope to
I'll
see
be
you
still be
here
online.
again.
But
Yeah, see you soon. Bye-bye.
see you in a bit. Bye bye.
All right.
What a nice man.
Yes, absolutely.
Good seeing someone new up.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Instead
where's
of the
Ken?
old
Where's
rusty
Ken?
faces like
Yeah.
ours.
Yeah.
Yeah, so there we go. I mean, yeah,
No.
I think it's an occupational hazard playing around with mowers,
Yep.
dealing with animals' deposits.
Yes.
I
And
mean, we've got a tree at the end of the garden, which it's on the other side of the wall. It's a willow. Willow, is it? They have the old cob nuts. You know the cob nuts, and they obviously every year it drops the nuts, and our dogs, or one of them now, that almost died, love them. They can eat them. They love these nuts. They crack them open for the kernel. The trouble is, you then end up with a garden full of picnic bars. Because all the bits of nuts stuck in there. Oh God!
Our dog eats the cherries off the cherry tree we have. That drops them and he eats them.
Evening, John. Nice to see you,
Hey,
mate.
John.
Hey,
So,
How you doing, John?
Oh,
yeah, how you doing? What you been up to?
teaching class.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, we can see that. That's the square root of WO2, isn't it?
Something like that.
Henry got me doing a division problem wrong in one of mine.
Yeah. 3.33333333.
Multiplied by 12. Add on 6, divide by 3. There you go. The answer's right.
There you go. I started teaching a new round of students at the college, and a lot of them are apprentices. So that I don't know that they're going to make it to class every night. So I'm recording and posting it so that if they miss, they can watch a recording. Be ready.
That sounds good sense. Yeah, sounds good sense. Yeah.
Michael Roberts was asking if parts were expensive here, and I have to say no, they are not. OEM parts are pretty well priced the same all over. I think at least when I look at OEM parts in the UK, they may be 10% cheaper. I look at Germany, they may be 5% cheaper.
But not
or
much different.
No, but non-OEM parts like blades, it all comes down to where you buy them. If you buy them at your local hardware store, they're expensive, yes. But if you can get a deal with a retailer or one of those guys that sells to companies, which I have an agreement like that, and that cut down cost quite a lot.
Yeah.
But you just go into a regular hardware store or wherever, and they're expensive. Yeah. But I think it's the same with you guys, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're quite lucky. We can get most bits. I mean,
Yeah,
the
with
longest-
them, there's them two companies. There's Garden Hire Spares and LNS, is it? I think.
Yeah,
Them
LNS,
two.
yeah, I've used them a lot.
LNS is very well priced on
Yeah.
steel and Husqvarna parts.
Sure. I mean, I've had stuff sent over from America, especially is had an MTD. You may remember I got an MTD lawnmower. It kept throwing about on the drive.
Yeah.
And I worked out that it was the belt retainer, like a wire clip.
Oh,
that
yeah.
sits on the pulley, and somebody cut the end off, so it kept throwing the belt off.
Yeah.
Now I ordered one of those, and they weren't expensive, about £4 plus £20 shipping.
Yeah.
That took 4 weeks to arrive.
Yeah, I found that the medium priced MTDs and Toros, you definitely want to go with an OEM belt. They have some weird, and John Deere as well to some extent.
Yeah,
they have some weird
belt.
sizes.
Yeah.
Yeah, John Deere does have some weird sizes. I've worked on my dad's lawn tractor a few times.
Yeah, this is the one I had powder coated. It looks $1 million a machine, but it keeps throwing the belt, and it's a nuisance.
Does it still does, or?
I don't know. I haven't fitted it yet. It's not the next job. The job after. I've got to finish off the service on this customer's machine tomorrow. Then I've got to get a small mount field going for Mrs. H to do our garden to save her buggering up ours, and then that's the next job. So there's always something going on like that.
You have to be a bit careful with Garden Hire Spares, especially because sometimes you can go on eBay and they advertise on there as well, and it's cheaper on eBay than on their website. Sometimes it's the other way. They try to always say it's cheaper on the website, but that isn't always.
I think you've got to be prepared to just to. It's all according how quick they can get it to you, and if you're prepared to take a bit of time just checking prices.
Yeah.
If it's only a couple of pennies, it means nothing. If it's £2 or £3, maybe you need to think about it. I don't know.
Yeah. I used to be set because near us there used to be the Honda dealer, which they've lost their contract now, and the other place quite near was the steel dealer, which are still steel. Which I used both of them for work, so it was always good because I could get parts within a couple of days from them. But now Honda's a little bit harder. But then again, I keep so many spares for the Hondas we use that generally I've got most things I need when I need it. Really.
Yeah, I must admit, I've done the same, Luke, over the last few months. If I ever need a part, I'll buy two. So I've got one I'm going to use and one in the stock, especially things like air filters, spark plugs, all that stuff, just general stuff that I know I'm going to use, like B2RM, whatever plugs and stuff like that.
Yeah, there's certain things you use a lot of, isn't there? So you might as well have them in stock, really.
But where I buy most of my non-OEM parts, they are sort of they are targeted towards shops, bigger shops, and so when I buy, if I need two different spark plugs, I end up walking out with 20 spark plugs.
Yeah, 10 of each.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Because you never
You've
know.
got to have it really, because really they're dealing wholesale, so you've got to sort of show you're buying wholesale to a degree, haven't you?
You don't go in there and ask for one plug. You go in and ask for a box of 10. Yeah,
And
but then the price is really low.
Yeah, you get a better price.
Yeah, it's about like 40% off.
Who uses AliExpress site? Has anybody ever used them?
Yeah,
Are
it's
they
a
all right?
Chinese.
Are they slow delivery or do they come?
No, it's slow.
Yeah. I've
But
never
if
used
you
them.
if
I've
you
seen them a
if
lot.
you can if you, depending on who's selling, you really got to check prices in there, really.
Yeah.
Because sometimes if you order one filter, the shipping is this much, and then if you order 10 filter, of course the price is times 10, right?
Yeah.
But so is shipping.
Yeah.
So you got it. But if you can find someone who will send you 20, the regular panel filters for brakes and Honda, you can get a really good deal, and quality is usually very good.
Yeah, because I think the ones I buy are probably from China because I just buy the aftermarket ones. And that the good thing about them, they fit the Briggs Quantum and the Hondas. They're the same, aren't they?
Same size, yeah.
So I go through quite a lot of them, yeah.
Well, you can't go wrong with things like air filters and stuff like that anyway, can you?
No. And the one for Honda GX engines,
yep.
Those they have out of China is they're good.
Yeah, because they're quite expensive if you're buying from Honda each. But I think I bought 3 a while back for about £10 or just over £10 for 3. Yeah.
But also there's you guys know Farmer Tech?
Yeah, I've bought a couple of pot and pistons from them, pot and piston sets from them. They're all right.
Yeah,
I thought.
Yeah. I mean, it's not OEM, but it's usually filters, fuel filters.
Sure.
The little white and red bricks filters.
Yeah.
Cheap, super cheap, and just as bad as the original ones.
Do you have Wartech over there in Denmark? Wartech.
Wartech, no. Not
we
that
have
I
that
know
here,
of.
and I've bought the pot and pistons from Wartech as well, and they look the same as the Farmer Tech one. So I don't know whether they're a bit connected, but because the Wartech stuff is just as good.
It's the same Wuhan department that makes everything, and
that is, and they're just boxing it different, isn't they? Yeah.
Yep.
The boxing looks very similar to the Farmer-Tech one as well. Actually, it's just printed difference, obviously. But they're all right. I've been using one of them old steel 08S chainsaws to log logs from my dad, and it's working spot on with the Wartech pot and piston on it.
It's funny, Stella, she says here that filter material and wire mesh is different on those Briggs and Honda filters. Huh.
I only ever buy the one type and use them.
I mean, the wire mesh, but when I take an OEM panel filter, and I have one of those magnifying glasses, that's light, for old people like me. Yeah. And when I look it up, I mean, I don't have a microscope, but when it looks very, very similar.
Yeah.
I've used them in our work mowers, in the HR X537s. I just changed them. Never had a problem. They're cheap.
When I started, the only thing I don't buy from Farmer Tech is primer bulbs.
Oh yeah,
because they will work fine. They will install fine. 6 months down the line and exposed to ethanol,
they perish in that.
They go hard.
Yeah.
Right.
So I don't get it. I get those, and for some reason, original Briggs primer bulbs, they are not expensive.
No,
if you buy a 10-pack, it's not expensive.
Sometimes sometimes it's just worth doing that, because I leave them in if they're not bad anyway. So it's only when they've got to be changed.
Okay, guys. Well, I'm going to call it now. We've done 2 hours. Over 2 hours. That's gone quick, hasn't it? That's gone really quick.
Ben,
must be the company. I know.
It is.
I think
can I just thank you all for dropping in and having a yap? Come on, into the lounge, into call it the lounge, call it what you want.
The pub, the virtual pub.
Yeah.
Thoroughly enjoyed your company, mate. It's been really, really good. 42.
Been a good stream.
So thank you.
Had a good time, Conker. Appreciate you.
Where is he? What's he doing?
I'm doing good.
Great to see you guys. I'm going to call it there. It goes grey where we can go.
Bye, everyone in the chat.
Oh,
Bye.
happy Valentine's, by the way. Happy Valentine's.
Same to you.
Happy Valentine's Day.
Bye-bye.